Hello, thanks for tuning in. I'm Carter Chapman, and this is another update in the life of an esports producer. Yesterday, we had our first Overwatch live stream, and I'm gonna go through the good, the bad, and the problematic of some of the stuff that I ran into while I was running that stream. First of all, the good. We had a new record for our concurrent viewers, which is awesome. I mean, it was only 20 viewers, yes, but at the same time, I think that 20 viewers is still a record, and we're still going to celebrate that because I still think that that's a good thing. We upgraded a lot of our output, so we're now running at 60 frames per second instead of 30. All of we updated some video settings and our graphics so that everything looks a lot more polished. Everything runs just a little bit smoother for the viewer experience, which is awesome. And I think that's why we had 20 concurrents because we were able to hold on to a lot of them because it was easy to look at, you know. I ran into a couple of issues where actually, I'll get to that later. We'll get to the problems later. Anyways, good stuff is we had our casters again. Colin and Connor did a really, really good job with that. And those guys are awesome with what they did. I'm super happy with how they were able to handle all of the challenges that I threw their way when things kind of went south a little bit, and I had help with running spectator, which was really good. And I helped with spectators, which was good. My casters did well, and then also on my personal end, I was able to implement some of our replay system and some of the things I've been wanting to do, but I just haven't had the resources. And so we were able to do a really good stream. I thought, looking past some of the stuff that went wrong, it looked really good from as a starting base, and then from there it's ever upwards. But now we're going to talk about the bad, and then it's the more problematic. Um, the bad was um, we ran into some issues where our computer maxed out its CPU because all of our output and video encoding was getting done through our CPU, which is um, not good. Not really the way that it's supposed to happen. But and so what ended up happening is our replays got slowed down because our CPU was completely maxed out and it was doing its best. So we had to alter the way that we're doing our video encoding, which thankfully the guy who was sitting next to me who was running my spectating just knew how to do that. I was like, "Awesome, you got it, man, rock out." And which I didn't even know about because I had nothing to do with it. He's just like, "Oh yeah, I know how to do that," and it's done. So I'm really happy to have the people that I'm surrounded with who just are able to know those sort of things, and they're able to give me some more insight on stuff that I didn't even notice. I had my graphic director on the other side, or graphic designer on the other side of me, who was pointing out issues with graphics and things that needed to be changed, which was really useful to have her eye on that of because things that I just didn't even see, and she was like, it really doesn't. And she said something like, it really doesn't matter unless you're somebody who's trained in graphic design, and then you notice it. And then I was like, yeah, but also if it looks good to you, it's going to look even better to the audience. And so she was able to help me fix some of my graphics and things like and stuff that I didn't even see. And then so that was also some issues. I ran into a couple of problems where I forgot a lot of the stuff that um a lot of the basics about running one of those streams. Like if we're running on a delay, when you hit end stream, it doesn't wait for the end, it just cuts it, and so we lost the last 3 minutes of our broadcast accidentally. Also on the top of the show, we ran into issues with our lobby where people didn't know what they were doing in setting up the lobby, and so we had to vamp for a little bit, and our stream started like 15 minutes behind schedule, which is really not good. But um, again, because I had such good talent, they were able to talk and cover that for the most part, which I'm super thankful of because I don't think I would be able to vamp for that long. And the fact that they were able to, Colin was able to just talk for such a long time is really impressive, and he was able to cover it. And yeah, it probably was a lot of nothing that was being said, and we could have just thrown to a be right back, but lessons to learn. It's just lessons to learn. And so we there was issues with my graphic at the start where I missed of all the other things I was trying to get ready and people I was talking to, I missed changing our scorecard. So our scorecard had an old team on it instead of the team that we were playing Toledo, which was a little problematic, but we made it work. And then That was a quick fix because I had other people who were worrying about other parts of the thing. I was able to just focus on fixing that real fast, which I was very thankful for. And then largely there was other just minor stuff about I almost forgot to I almost put the stream on the wrong key, which almost caused problems because I was more things that I just wasn't paying attention to. But largely, large and above, it was a really good broadcast. And once I'm able to rough out get those rough edges cleaned up, I think that we have a really good product here. And that makes me feel good, just being able to finally see that look good, and that's something that's a broadcast that I can be proud of. It looks clean for the most part, and it's ever upwards, really. We start working with our casters to do more with them, and our graphics are gonna look even sharper, and on and upwards we go. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. This is a little bit shorter than the last one, but that's okay. Um,